Good day, everyone. My name is Ambesiwe Madolwana. I would like to take this opportunity and welcome you to today's session, hoping that you will enjoy it and learn a lot from it. I am not alone. I am with my colleague, Miss Brenda Muhale, who will be our facilitator for today. And today's session is Create a Digital Marketing Plan. I hope you are all ready for the session. You have your pen and paper with you to take notes. So, on today's agenda, we have an introduction to digital marketing, where we'll be learning what digital marketing is. So, we firstly we're going to introduce what digital marketing is. And then after, we will help you build your digital marketing plan. As a business person, you need to have a digital marketing plan. Also, we'll go through the process of harnessing the power of digital advertising, meaning that by the end of today's session, you will be able to know what digital marketing is and how you can plan or invent your own digital marketing plan. Also, you will know the top tips for making use of the power of digital advertising. As we all know that nowadays everything is going digital, and then advertising is also going digital. So there is power in digital advertising. I would like us to take a moment and familiarize ourselves with the chat box, which we'll be using for today's session for communication purposes. So please familiarize yourself with the chat box. On today's session, we have a question. The today's question is, how do you currently engage with your customers? We believe that you all engage with your customers. As business people, we have to engage with people, your customers. So I would like to know firstly, how do you engage before we proceed? How do you engage currently with your customers? I currently advertise my business through social media and word of mouth, and I would like to know, how do you guys currently engage your customers? Please make use of the chat box. I'll be looking at your responses right there at the chat box. How do you engage with your customers currently? What I currently use is Facebook, mostly because most people are on Facebook. So I use my advertising through social media, which is mostly Facebook and word of mouth. That's how I currently engage with my customers. And I would like to know, how do you? Meanwhile, I'm waiting for your responses. I'll move along. So now we're moving to introduction to digital marketing, where we'll be introducing digital marketing to you. Another question for today's session is, what do you think digital marketing is? Or what is digital marketing? I would like to hear your thoughts on this. What do you think digital marketing is? If you never heard, like just by reading the name digital marketing, what do you think it is? I'll also be looking at your responses through the chat box. What do you think digital marketing is, or what is digital marketing? We'll now move along. Let me check your responses. Okay. What digital market does, it concentrate on using the wide range of online tools and technologies available. But the focus should be always on understanding how human behave. So with digital marketing, it's a way of studying how human behaves, because business people, they face challenges every day in the industry, but they have the opportunity to create a personalized and relevant content for their customers, so that they can have a better relationship with their customers. So what digital market does, it looks at the way people behave. Like as I was saying, that people now are moving digital. Everything is electronic. Most things are electronic. So you can even buy things online now. Even advertising, you can do it online. So that what digital marketing is all about. It's about going digital, going online, because that's what most people do now. So it says here digital marketing is the promotion of products or brands using electronic devices or the internet, meaning that people now are using cell phones, are using laptops to check for products. So if maybe someone is looking for a head product, they usually go online to check, okay, where can I get such product that I'm looking for? They don't go store to store, or they go to the mall and then just go around looking for this product. What most people do now, they first go online. So they use the electronic devices and the internet. It includes text messages, instant messages, video apps, podcast, electronic billboard, digital television, and radio channels. Digital marketing allows an organization to analyze campaign content and strategy to understand what's working and what isn't. So what digital marketing does, it analyzes what people are most interested in, and they analyze content based on that. So it uses digital electronic devices. That's what digital marketing does. So now we live in a mobile world. We all know that now everything is mobile. There are 747 million SIM connection in sub-Sahara Africa. 91% of South Africans owns mobile phones. So almost everyone in South Africa owns a mobile phone, mostly smartphones. 80% in Kenya and Nigeria respectively. Some 65% of the active mobile phone users in Nigeria have shopped online. So now most people, they use online shopping. They don't go to stores. So everything now is going mobile. Mobile is changing how we act and behave as human. We have the power to do own mobile search online, so we don't need to go around spending hours in malls or in shopping centers looking for products. What people do now, they just sit on their phones, they just sit on their laptops, they just sit on their computers, and then they just go around searching for what they're looking for. So now the world is becoming mobile. So not becoming, actually, it's already mobile, because most of the things are found online. What opportunities might arise from connecting with online customers? What opportunities might um, arise from connecting with customers online? So now we look at the opportunities. that you might have, or the chances that you might have when you connect with customers online. We believe that there's an advantage of doing anything that you're doing. There are advantages of doing that. So now we are looking at the opportunities that might arise from connecting with customers online. As we know that there are loads of benefits of being online as a business. And to mention a few, you'll get your customers better, to know your customers better. And also you'll know if your business is still relevant to your customers, because you will be engaging with your customers maybe daily or weekly or monthly. It will depend on you. You'll know that, okay, this is what my people want. This is what my business should be focused. We should be focusing on this thing now, because this is what my customers are looking into. So the opportunities arising from connecting with customers online is that you will have better relationship with your customers, and you'll get to know your customers better, and then you'll know if your business is still relevant, and not advertise or keep being in a business that is not relevant, that people are not interested in. So those are the opportunities that you might have when you connect with your customers online. So meaning that you need to always keep up with your customers. You must not be silent, or you must not just advertise a product and then went AWOL on your customers. You need to constantly engage with your customers. So these are the opportunities that you will increase. Your reach will be increased. So people now will know about your product or your business. So they will be able to reach you if you are online. You will be able to learn about your customers. As I was saying, that you need to engage your customers, so you'll have a better relationship with your customers. You'll know what they want. You'll know what is relevant. The communication and support. Will get communication and support. Communication in a business is very much important, because that's where you know what people want, what people don't want. You'll get reviews from your customers about your business, that, okay, this is what you're selling. Okay, this is what we don't like about this product. Can you change A, B, C, and D? And then that's when you will know, because when you communicate, and then you'll get support from your customers. Those are the three opportunities that you get from being online. Let me quickly check the Pindile says, I use Facebook to engage with customers. That's actually a great platform, Pindile, to use. Facebook is very much great platform to use for advertising, because most people are on Facebook. Even kids, they are on Facebook. Even adults, they like on Facebook. It's a mixed group of people that are there. So Facebook is quite a good um, platform to advertise your business. I see we have Zodumo, Tiro, Virginia online. Thank you guys for joining the session, and welcome to the session. Moving right along. These are the key channels to consider for digital marketing. These are the key channels we need to consider for business, for digital marketing. We have search engine optimization, which is known as the SEO. We have search engine marketing, known as the SEM. Social media marketing is known as the SMM. And display marketing, email marketing, content marketing. So we have key channels, which will go through them just now. the search engine optimization, the search engine marketing, social media, display marketing, email marketing, and content marketing. So with the SEO, you optimize your website so it shows up more often in search engines. So your website needs to be active and it need to be show more often in search engines. That's what SEOs do. And then we have SEM, which is search engine marketing, where you paying for advertising to appear in search engine. On this one, you need to pay for the advertising to appear in search in the engine. And then social media. Social media, you have a new reach of people, and we have a wide range of people because most people are on social media, and it's different like groups of people. So your reach will be very much wide. And then we have display marketing, online advertising in many different formats on many websites across the internet. So with display marketing, you have a variety of places where you can advertise your business, which you use many platforms to advertise. And then we have email marketing where you'll be collecting and using email addresses to communicate with users. Here we will need to have database of people that you want to communicate, or people you want them to know about your product. So you'll need to have their database, and then you can send them emails. And then we have content marketing. And then that's where you're creating and sharing different types of content, such as blog posts, videos. There are people who usually use YouTube for marketing their businesses, where they creating a content using blogs, others they're using posts, others they're using videos. So there's a lot of options when coming to digital marketing. You have a lot of options. Now, I would like to stop and pause for questions. If there are any questions, please feel free to ask me using the chat box. I will be looking at them now. Please feel free to pop up any questions via the chat box. I hope we are still moving together. I'm not leaving anyone behind. If there is anyone that I'm leaving behind, please don't be afraid to let me know. I'm waiting for your questions. I'll be moving right along now. Now we're moving on building. Now that you know what digital marketing is, now the next step is to build your digital marketing. So we have explained what it is and the benefits of digital marketing and the opportunities of digital marketing. So now what we'll be looking at is to build your digital marketing plan. How do you begin about building your digital marketing plan? What are the do's? What are the don'ts? What do you need? And so forth. We have 6 steps to build a digital marketing plan. The first step is business goals and objectives. Step number one is business goals and objectives. Step number two, it is budget and resources. Step number three, it's audience. Number four, decide what channels. And then number five, you plan your activity. Then number six, you measure smart. So today we're going to look at the 6 steps of building a digital marketing plan. So let's get into details on step number one. What do we mean by business goals and objectives? As we all know that successful businesses are based on goals and objectives. So you need to clarify the purpose of your business and identify the necessary actions. So I believe there's no business without a goals and objectives. As a business person, you need to set goals and objectives of your business in order to have a successful business. And then you need to identify the necessary actions. That's what we mean by business goals and objectives. We mean that we know that successful business, they have goals and then they have objectives. And then you need to have a necessary action and clarify on the purpose of your business. What do you want to achieve by having this business? And then what do you need to do in order for the business to be successful? And then here we have an example of Umondli, who is a hairdresser. Then Mondli's business goals are to get more customers through my door, new and past, and make more people in my area know my business exists. And so these are business goals and objective. So this is Mondli, who is a hairdresser, and then the business goals are to get more customers and then make more people in his or her area to know about the business. And then we have examples of online objectives. We have increased traffic to website. These are the examples of online objectives. And then we have increased online sales. We have increased social media pages or likes from my customers and increase online reach and awarenesses. These are the objectives that you can get online. So your online objectives, they should align with your business goals. You can't have objectives that don't align with your business goals, that are impossible to achieve. So we're looking at Mondli's example here, the online objective versus the business goals. Increase online reach and awareness, and then the business goal is to make more people aware you exist. This is the objective versus the goal. And then your increase website sales and then your goal would be to sell more products. And then when you increase your social media pages and follow, that's where you'll be found by more people. These are the examples of online objectives and business goals. They should align with each other. You can't have business objectives that don't align with your business goals. Number two, we're going to budget and resources. We all know that you can't just start a business without a budget. You need to have a budget for every business that you start. So it is very important to consider your budget and what is in your reach. You can't have a small budget and then have large goals about your business where as your budget doesn't align even with um, your goals. So it is very important to consider your budget and what is in your reach. So you should consider asking yourself, what is possible with what I have? So if you want maybe to start an internet cafe, and then you need to first analyze your budget. Okay, this is how much I have. This is what I can get with what I have, and then this is where I can start. And also give yourself an honest statement with what your challenges are. You need to know what your challenges are. Okay, maybe say for instance, you stay in an area, maybe you want to start an internet cafe and you stay in an area where internet is network is not quite good. So you need to give yourself an honest statement as to what are your challenges when it comes to this business that I want to start. Maybe you have people that already have this business. You will have a lot of competitors amongst your business. So you need to have to do budget and resource and check what is within your reach, how much I have, and then what is possible with what I have. With budget and resources, this is an example of Monthly, the hairdresser. So Monthly asked himself, what is possible? And then he says, I don't have a website yet, as it's too much for investment right now. So Monthly is planning on starting small because the budget, he looked at his budget and then he saw that this website thing is not is much of an investment, too much investment right now. So that's why he doesn't have um, a website. Now moving to audience. So whenever you start a business, you need to think of that. What audience do what is your target market? What are the people that are you targeting? Maybe you're selling hair product. Are you targeting young people? Are you targeting young males? Are you targeting females? You need to consider those things when you start a business. You need to know who is this for. So when you um, doing a business, a digital marketing plan, you need to consider your audience. You need to think about who your target audience is, things like gender, the age group, the geographic area, and ethnic group. Maybe, for instance, you selling, let's say, for instance, you selling hot spices. So you need to know, okay, the target market for this, it's maybe people from India because they're the one who likes hot things or spicy things. My target market, it's Indians. Okay, where in South Africa can I find Indians? Okay, this is my area of people where I can find them. Okay, now that I have found people, what is the age group that I'm targeting? Things like that. That's what you need to consider so that you can not just sell your product to anyone, people who won't be interested. So you need to know exactly, okay, this is who I'm targeting with this business. And then this is Monthly's example where Monthly is targeting females in the local area, and most valuable customers are females above age of 30 years. So you need to know the age group, the gender maybe, and where you'll find them. And most of them they use Facebook. Yes, that's very important when you are digital marketing, because You can't just when if maybe for instance you're targeting old people, you can't be using things like YouTube or maybe Twitter, because most of old people are not on those platforms. You need to know, yes, you might get customers there because maybe someone will be buying the product for their mother or their relative, an old relative, but you need to know who the people that you are looking for and where to find them. And then you need to know the marketing channels. You need to know the marketing channels, which ones are right for you. The marketing channels, I've already mentioned the display, the social media, the content marketing, the emailing. So you need to know where you can get your potential audience. Now we're moving on to planning your activity. So you'll need to list your business on Google My Business and create a free website. You need to set your Facebook page, collective reviews, and post pictures and customers' hairstyle. This is Monthly's example when they are planning their activities. This is Monthly planning the activity of his business. And then we move into measuring SMART. We know what SMART, I believe we know what SMART is. So now we'll be looking at the SMART objectives. SMART is an acronym that enables teams and individuals to set goals and succeed. So we'll go through the SMART steps. So number one is the S, which is for specific. So you need to be specific, like ask questions like, what exactly do you want to achieve? Okay, I'm starting this business. Let me do my SMART objectives. What exactly do I want to achieve by this business? What is it that I want to achieve? And then you move to the M, the measurable. How will you know if your goal has been achieved? How will you what measures, or how will you measure if your goal have been achieved? That's the M, which is standing for measurable. And then we have achievable. Is this goal achievable? Do you have the skills to have to start this business? Do you have the time for this? Will you have time for this business? Do you have resources for this goal to turn it into reality? So you need to ask yourself those questions. Is this achievable? Do you have the enough skills, the time, the resources, so that I can make this thing happen? Is it achievable? And then we move to the R, which is the realistic. Is this goal likely to be achievable, or is it just a dream? So you need to be realistic. You can't want to be you can't want to own a, let's say, maybe a salon, whereas you don't even know how to do hair, or maybe you don't even know someone who you're gonna hire, or you don't have enough budget to start that. So you need to be realistic. Is this thing achievable and doable? And then we move to the T, the time bound. So okay, you already know what you want, which is you were specific of the goal. And then what is the time frame for this goal? You can't just say, okay, I'm starting this business, I'll see where it gets me. So you need to have a time frame for this goal. Okay, and say that by 2 or 3 months or by a year, I need to be able to have achieved this goal. So that is what SMART objectives are. You need to be specific. You need to know if how will you measure if the goal is successful. You need to know, is it achievable? You need to be realistic. Do you have the skills? Do you have the time? Do you have the resources for this goal? And then the time bound. What is the time bound for this? Now we'll be moving to digital marketing plan. With digital marketing plan, okay, we have business goals, which you be able to reach more people in your area, get more customers through your door. And then we have audience, which is, you need to know what gender, the age and the area of your customers, which is very important. And then we have channels. Where are you gonna get these people? On what channels are they in? How am I gonna get these people that I'm looking for? And then we have activities, like you need to build a website, you need to boost visibility on Google, you need to use Facebook for advertising. And then we have online objective, where you'll increase the reach of people or customers. And then we have the smart objective, the one that I just went through them. That what digital marketing plan, that's the process of creating digital marketing plan. You need to have those six steps. You need to do those 6 steps. Now I'll be pausing for questions if there's anyone with a question regarding what we have said about creating a digital marketing plan. Now that you know what digital marketing is, and then create, now we know, you know the steps of creating a digital marketing plan. I'll be pausing for questions. I hope we are still moving together. I'm not leaving anyone behind. If there is a question about anything that I have mentioned, please feel free to write your question in the chat box. I don't want to leave anyone behind. I hope we are still moving together. You now understand what digital marketing is and how to create a digital marketing plan. Right. Now we move to the power of digital advertising. Digital marketing is very, very powerful tool. So we now move. What are the benefits or the power of digital marketing? Ah, so the first one is getting started with search engine marketing, the SEM, getting started with them. So now we're getting started with the search engine marketing, where you'll be having your search query, your paid text and shopping ads, and organic search listing. This is the process of for search engine marketing. So we have 4 steps of search engine marketing. Then step number 1 is understand your customers. It is very important to understand your customers, because that's what it makes everything else to happen. Very important of understanding your customers. And then, sorry, number 2, you need to find keywords. You need to find keywords. You need to understand and brainstorm keywords to bid on. What might be relevant to your target audience? What do people um, search for when they're looking for a product or a service that's your business offer? You need to have the right words. Create ad copy. In order to create good ads, you need to know what you want and understand what your target audience wants. So that's how you create ad copy. You need to know what you want and you know what your target audience wants. And then the last step is to put all together in action. So we have search engine marketing versus search engine optimization. With search engine marketing, you pay for search listings, whereas with search engine optimization, search listings are free. So these are the difference between the two search engines. And then with SEM, you bid on keywords. And then with SEO, you optimize keywords. With SEM, you can get onto the first page straight away, whereas with SEO, you can take time to rank on the first page of Google. So those are the two those are the differences between the two search engines, SEM and SEO. So these are the steps on how to get started with SEOs. This is how you get started. You need to submit your content to Google. First you need to sign up for the search console. So that's when you submit your content to Google, and then you monitor how you're doing in search. Send alerts on critical issues, and then help Google find your content. You submit a site map. You promote your site on and offline. You share new content. And you help Google and users understand your content by creating unique, accurate, and page tiles. Create Google tiles and snippets using heading tags to emphasize your important next step. So that's how you get started with SEO, which is search engine optimization. So these are the tips for successful SEO. You need to run keyword search, publish useful high quality content, make website pages. So you need to understand what words or phrases your target market are looking for when searching for products or service related to your business. You need to know the keywords that they usually use when they are searching for business or services relevant to your business. You need to publish useful content, which means that you need to understand your audience and optimize your content to suit their needs. So you need to understand that this is what my customers want, and then this is the type of content that they need to see or they want. And then you need to make web pages searcher friendly. You can't make something that will be too complicated for audience or customers to use. You need to make it people to be searcher friendly. So now we're going to be looking at display ads. What are display ads, or what do you think are display ads? What um what do you think displayed ads are? Display ads are visual content display on a variety of publishers' sites such as posters or flyers, but they are rather digital. They can be more effective in getting people to click as they are eye-catching. So with display ads, they're very eye-catching because they include pictures. They're very colorful, so they very easy for people to be eye-catchers because they use pictures. Maybe a person will just, like, for instance, the one that is displayed here, a person will see a phone and say, okay, this is the phone that I want. Let me click on this and see what they have to offer. If maybe someone is want to buy a new phone, or maybe if someone is looking for cheaper data, and then they'll see that, okay, there's 1 gig. Okay, what about this 1 gig? Let me click on this tab and see what are they selling, what are they saying about this 1 gig, how much it costs, and how long does it take. So with display ads, they very eye catching as they use colors, they use pictures, they use um, bold words. How is display advertising different from search advertising? So now we'll be looking at the difference between the two. The display advertising and search advertising. What are the difference between the two? So now we're looking at the difference between search advertising and display advertising. With search advertising, it is focused around matching ads to user search queries on search engines like google.com. Whereas with display advertising, it is focused around serving ads across different websites such as news, blogs, and local websites. So that is the difference between search advertising and display. Also, with search advertising, most relevant when the primary objective is to generate sales. Whereas with display ad, most relevant when the primary objective is to drive brand awareness or traffic. So those are the difference between search advertising and display advertising. And we have a process of display advertising. We have 4 steps of display advertising. You need to understand your customers, which is a very important thing, that you need to understand what your customers want and what are the type of people that you want to work with. You need to find placement ideas, create ad creative, and then last you need to put it all together. So now we're moving to social advertising. Let me look at the comments. We have, okay, Pindile, we have Tunzi Anabe. Think for monthly word of mouth will be appropriate in advertising compared to digital marketing as he has financial challenge. Yes, that's correct. Monthly has the hairdresser has financial challenges, as he said that the website is much of a problem to him right now because he doesn't have the budget for that. So word of mouth is correctly the appropriate platform for advertising for Umondli because of budget. Thank you very much, Mtunzi. What is social advertising? So now we're moving on to what is social advertising. With social advertising, it allows you to target ideal customers. So when you advertise your business on social medias, you need to you need to know your customers. If okay, say for instance, what the people that you are looking for, they are on Instagram, for instance, you'll go straight to Instagram. If they are on Twitter, if they are on Snapchat, if they are on Facebook, so you'll know exactly where your ideal customers are. And then you need to most people, they are on social media. We all know that, like, even different age groups, they all on social media, so that's where you'll be able to reach more people using social media, as most people are now using social media. So you'll have your increased reach of your target audience. And most cases with social medias, it is absolutely free. You don't have to pay anything for advertising there. You can just post your pictures and market your product free. You don't need to pay as long as you have an account. You can even create a page with Facebook. You can even create a page where you advertising your product or your business or your service. Why should we use social advertising? As I have mentioned, that most people are there. Most people are, when they look for products, they don't go straight to stores. They just go online and search for whatever they're looking for. So that is the reason why you need to start using social advertising. And then now we'll be looking at what are the main differences between organic and paid social media. The difference between organic and paid social media. Organic social media, you views, actions, and clicks from posts are free. Whereas with paid social media, you pay for views, action, and clicks from posts or ads. And then with organic one, your content appears on your business profile and in people's newsfeed. With paid one, your ads can appear in more places. You can reach your followers and friends of followers, and then reach anyone people don't have to follow you. So those are the difference between organic social media and paid social medias. These are the advantages and differences between the two social medias. And then we look at the process of social media advertising. Step number one, you need to choose objectives. You need to choose your audience. You need to create, add creative, and you need to set your budget. So, this is the process of social media advertising. And I would like to pause for a moment for questions. If you have any question, please feel free to use the chat box for questions. Now we are moving to what are your next steps? Now that you know what Google marketing is, you know the steps of creating and planning your digital marketing, how to create digital marketing plan. So, what are your next steps as a business person? On today's session, I believe that you have learned what is digital marketing is, how it's created, and how to create a plan of digital marketing, the advantages, the disadvantages of digital marketing. I believe that on today's sessions, we did mention what are them. And so now I would like to know what are your next steps. You can find us on social media: Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. These are the links to our social media platforms for our next sessions and our upcoming sessions. These are the social media platforms where you can find us. I would like now to take this opportunity and thank everyone who managed to join today's session. I hope you have learned a lot, and now you'll be going back to your drawing board of your business and applying what you have learned today. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining today's session. I hope you have learned a lot. Thank you.